What is going on, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome social anxiety and how to appear more confident. I want to touch on the idea of tearing yourself down. A lot of people struggle with self-deprecation, and I don't mean self-deprecation as the humorous form of it. I mean real self-deprecation and self-criticism. So the difference between the two is self-deprecation would be you beating yourself up, just beating up your mental, making yourself feel worthless over your faults, over your insecurities, and over your flaws. I want you to self criticize instead of self deprecate. Self criticize is to call yourself out on your flaws, call yourself out on your faults and your insecurities. The difference between the two is calling yourself out on something appoints it in your mind. When you appoint something in your mind, that gives you the opportunity to work on it. And when you're working on your flaws, you're growing as an individual. Something else that I do want you guys to work on is actually getting out of your comfort zone in terms of your eye contact. If you get out of your comfort zone in terms of your eye contact, you will boost your confidence tenfold. I couldn't tell you the struggle that I had as a kid back in grade school and even in the beginning, early stages of high school. I really struggled with looking people in the eyes. I was looking stuff up. I was trying to find a way in which I can be less anxious and less timid when it comes to my eye contact. And what I come to found is the 3-second rule. I don't use this rule anymore because I don't struggle with eye contact at all. Now I used to, but now eye contact is kind of a breeze for me. But something that did help me as I was growing in terms of my social anxiety was the 3-second rule. To kind of give you a brief breakdown of it is you look at someone in their eyes. Look at their eyes for just 3 seconds. You hold it, and then you look to the left or you look to the right for just another 3 seconds. And then you come back and look them in their eyes again. This kind of helps with the social anxiety aspect of this interaction, because if you struggle with looking someone in their eyes, you don't have to hold it for so long. You just look and you're challenging yourself. Look for 3 seconds and then you look away. Sooner or later, you'll find yourself trying to challenge yourself to hold that eye contact for another second or another 2 seconds or another 5 seconds. And that's going to help you break that barrier of that social anxiety. Talk about your body language. Your body language is actually really important. I think a lot of people overlook it. If someone has closed off body language, and when I say that, I mean they have their core kind of closed off. They're blocking off their chest or their stomach. Their arms are crossed. Even your facial expressions play a role into this. If you're sitting here, your face is scrunched up, or you're just sitting here with a blank face and your arms are crossed, you kind of give off this uninviting aura. You seem real timid. You seem like you don't know what's going on and you don't feel safe in the space that you're in. Someone who's sitting with an open body language, they have their chest open, the legs spread. This creates an inviting aura for you. This is an invitation. I'm chill. Come and say hi to me. When you have this sort of relaxedness, it creates this field of confidence around you because you don't care what's going on. You're in your own space and you're enjoying yourself. That's what you portray when you sit with an open body language. And I want you to kind of try to practice that in your everyday activities. Something else that I do want you guys to work on actually does have to do with your voice. I know a lot of people try to overlook the voice aspect of confidence because obviously not everyone can have Thor's voice, right? Not everyone has the voice of the Vikings. That's not what this is about. Although I do believe that you should try to speak in a slightly lower pitch than normal, I want you to speak louder more than anything. Most guys that I know that struggle with this, they're just not speaking loud enough. If you're not speaking loud enough, most people don't care about what you have to say because it's deemed not important. When you're in your social interactions, try to speak just one notch louder than everyone else. And you'll notice that a lot of people are drawn to what you're saying over whatever else is happening. And that kind of commands a certain amount of respect for you just off of the rip, because what you're saying has been deemed more important than everything else that's going on simply because of how loud you were talking. The last thing that I want to talk about is working on your reactions to things in the everyday world. Whether that be an annoyance, whether that be something that angers you, whether that be something that makes you sad, whether that be something that makes you happy. Try to be non-reactive. And when I say that, I don't mean you can't be happy or you can't be sad or you can't be angry. That's not what I mean. I want to take anger as an example because this is kind of the main point that I want to touch on in terms of being non-reactive. If something angers you and you lash out in emotion, you appear as though you are unease. You appear that you are not in control, and you appear just scared. When you react so fast and so instant without assessing the scenario, you're not showing that you hold confidence in what you can do and how you can handle said situation. So I want you to try to work on being a lot less reactive. And I want you to try to be more level headed, more cool headed, so that you can choose the best approach to whatever situation you're dealing with.